verse number 13. So yesterday we saw in the previous 12 verses that the time spent by Puranjana in the association of his wife Puranjani. They happily spent time. By the way, he became 50. They gave birth to 1,100 sons and 110 daughters. Eventually, they were married. They gave birth to 100 children. Like that, the entire family became very huge, very big. And without being noticed by him, suddenly he realized that he became old. And then there are different stories mentioned. Of course, this story is happening in the city of Nine Gates. Now, at some other place, some other story is happening. And at the end of this chapter, both the stories come together. Candavega iti kyato गन्धर्वाधिपतिर्नृप गन्धर्वास्तस्य बलिना षष्ट्युत्तरशततरयम् गन्धर्व्यास्तादृशीरस्य मैथुन्यश्चासितासिता परिवृत्या विलुम्पन्ति सर्वकामा विनिर्मिताम्.
O king, in Gandharva Loka, there is a king named Candavega. Under him, there are 360 very powerful Gandharva soldiers. Along with Candavega were as many female Gandharvis as there were soldiers, and all of them repeatedly plundered all the paraphernalia for sense enjoyment.
So in the other story, there is a personality who is the king of Gandharvas, Gandharva Adhipati. His name is Candavega. And he had 360 powerful Gandharva soldiers. They are 360 powerful male Gandharva soldiers. They are paired with another 360 female Gandharva soldiers. Some of whom were white and some of whom were black. Among these 360 male, 360 female Gandharva soldiers, some are white, some are black. And all these, with all these 720 soldiers, the king of Gandharvas, Candavega, attacked on the city of Nine Gates. They encircled the city of Nine Gates, which is built to fulfill all desires. And eventually, they plundered the city. This is happening. Candavega means moving strongly. Chanda means strong, Vega means movement. Moving strongly, which is the year. Candavega is actually year, Samvatsara. Was the leader of the Gandharvas. The Gandharvas are the days. The women Gandharvas are the night. The 360 male powerful Gandharva soldiers are the daytimes. And the 360 female Gandharvas are the night times. So there are in total 360 daytimes, 360 night times in a year. And Candavega is the year. And they are encircled around the city of Nine Gates. Kala Chakra is like the circular passion. So in that way. And then they were paired with the ladies were paired with the days. That means the men. The white ones are the waxing phase of the moon, and the black ones are the waning phase of the moon. So as they were encircled around the city, one male, one female, male, female, male, female, like that. So 15 in series were white, representing Shukla Paksha. There are another 15 in black color. They are called Krishna Paksha. Again another 15 Shukla Paksha. Another 15 Krishna Paksha. Like that 15, 15, 15, white, black, black, like that they are arranged. They circled around the city and plundered it. Means from the very birth, every day, the lifespan is stolen by time. The 720 soldiers headed by their leader, Samvastara, they're actually plundering the city means They are taking away one day from the lifespan of the Jiva. This we read in the second canto also. Ayur arati vaipumsham udyam astau chayan nasau tasyarte yat kshanonita uttama shloka vartaya. Every rising and setting of the sun depletes one day from the lifespan of a human being, except for the devotees. So this is what is happening. So Candavega, assisted by 720 powerful soldiers, depleting the lifespan of Jiva, are taking the wealth of, stealing away the wealth of the Puranjana, the city of nine gates. Te Chandaveganuchara Puranjanapuram yada Artum Arebire Tatra Pratyaseda Prajagara.
When King Gandharva Raja and his followers began to plunder the city of Puranjana, a snake with 5 hoods began to defend the city.
When Candavega and his followers began to plunder the city of Puranjana, the city of nine gates, the watchman began to defend the city. The five-hooded serpent, nothing but the five pranas, nothing but the breathing. The breathing is defending the soldiers. The soldiers have encircled the city and trying to plunder from the city, trying to destroy, attack the city, destroy the city, whatever. But the snake is fighting with them. So Jiva want to live. With this, we can see when somebody goes to hospital, the situation may be so critical, but person want to live further and further, continue to breathe. That's why they put in ICU. We have the different way of putting equipments to increase the breathing. Ventilator, this, that, pressing on the heart and applying electric shock, all these things. So it is all fighting with the time. Want to extend one more day, one more day, one more day, one more day. It's like that. When they began to plunder the body, which had surpassed 50 years, the watchman, the life heir, defended it. Do not loot this city while I am here. The watchman, the breathing is telling that while as long as I am in this body, you can't dare to touch this body. You can't take away the life. But days are passing, but they are keep attacking. So it's like in Mahabharata battle, if you see, the two warriors will be fighting. When one person gets defeated, he will fight with the other warrior. He gets defeated with other warrior. Like that, the five-hooded snake is fighting with one warrior at a time. So, matlab, one day, one fighting with one warrior is like one day. Morning to evening, the fight is going on, matlab, is continue to breathe. Still, he's not getting defeated. If when he is defeated, he'll be killed. When he's killed, breathing stops. But breathing is still continuing after 50 years. In the previous chapter, it is mentioned that he passed 50 years spending nice time with his wife by the time he got children. After 50 years, slowly, the bodily strength decreases. That's why the 50 is taken. Till 50 years, there was no problem. After 50 years, slowly, the snake losing the battle. Even if one reaches 50 years, for 2 or 3 years, the strength does not decrease. 0 to 50, the strength increases. One is very youthful. After 50, one's body starts to dwindle. So, but still, 1 2 years, he does not decrease in his strength. He's still strong enough. But after 50 to 53, he slowly becomes weak. Like that, it is mentioned here. Sa saptabishatair eko vimshatya cha shatam sama Puranjana Puradyaksho Gandharvair Yuyude Bali.
The five-footed serpent, the superintendent and protector of the city of King Puranjana, fought with the Gandharvas for 100 years. He fought alone with all of them, although they numbered 720.
Yeah, here it says the five-hooded serpent, The superintendent of the city of King Puranjana, the city of nine gates, actually fought alone with the 720 Gandharva soldiers for 100 years. Shatam Sama. But in total, he fought for 100 years. That's the lifespan, total lifespan. Some might die early because of so many other reasons, but ideally one is supposed to live for 100 years. So the breathing can continue to fight for 100 years, but if the body itself is not cooperative, the breathing will leave. So in other way. But in the case of Puranjana, a general case study, though it has become weak after 50 years, but it still continued to fight all the way up to 100 years. The battle between the Gandharvas and the god actually began from the very birth. For 17 to 20 days and nights each year, they fought. The lifespan is of 100 years. Our fighting goes on for full lifetime. For a good person, 100 years, but now it is less, but generally. Tiyamane स्वसंबंधे एकस्मिन् बहुभिर्युधे चिन्तां परां जगामार्ता साराष्ट्रा पुरबान्धवाल.
Because he had to fight alone with so many soldiers, all of whom were great warriors, the serpent with 5 words became very weak. Seeing that his most intimate friend was weakening, King Puranjana and his friends and citizens living within the city all became very anxious.
Now the weakening portion is mentioned. Seeing his relatives grow weak from fighting with many soldiers, the unhappy king and the citizens became very worried. Mainly, the snake is the commander in chief, and there may be some other soldiers also. All of them were gradually fighting with the 720 Gandharva soldiers. But after 50 years, slowly, the commander becoming weak, and also the soldiers also becoming weak. Seeing that, the king became unhappy, and the citizens of Gandharva city also became unhappy. That means very soon the city is going to be captured by Candavega and his army. For 53 years, the watchman could not be defeated. After that, however, gradually he was slowly getting defeated. His strength is gradually reducing. Because of that, Puranjana became unhappy on seeing that his life heir, his relative, was growing weak. Even while Puranjana is happily sleeping inside the inner chambers, the five-toed snake is guarding at the entrance. Even while Puranjana is sleeping, the breathing is going on. So it is there both day and night. So in that way. So, but after 53 years, the breathing slowly reduces, its power slowly reduces, unable to continue to fight with the 360 days of a year. So, in that way. Saeva Puryam Madhubuk Panchaleshu Swaparshadai Upanitam Balim Gruhnan Stri Jito Navidad Bayam.
King Puranjana collected taxes in the city known as Panchala and thus was able to engage in sexual indulgence. Being completely under the control of women, he could not understand that his life was passing away and that he was reaching the point of death.
The king enjoying insignificant pleasures in the city along with his followers, controlled by women, accepting taxes brought from the 5 provinces, did not know fear. While the 5-hooded snake is fighting with the 720 Gandharva warriors, inside the king and the 11 commanders, they are enjoying lavishly because the 11 commanders are getting taxes from the 5 provinces. Panchala refers to 5 provinces. The 5 provinces are 5 tanmatras or 5 sense objects. The objects which will provide the sound, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, etc. etc. So they are brought, and he and his followers are enjoying all these time, while the snake is fighting outside with the Gandharvas, not allowing them to get inside. The fight is going on continuously, day by day, year after year. Many years are passed. But inside, enjoying the sense objects, that means enjoying the taxes, the king and his followers are passing time, being ignorant of how the time is being passed, without any fear of the approaching death. So, in that way, he enjoyed insignificant pleasures, Madhubuk, along with the senses, Swaparshadai, the 11 senses, mind and 10 senses, and himself, they are enjoying the sense objects inside the city, while the snake is fighting alone outside with the 720 Gandharva warriors.
Controlled by women, Stree Jita matlab, it's woman.
But he is enjoying with the woman, ma. The Puranjana is enjoying with Puranjani. And the followers have, they also have many servants. Enjoying means they are performing activities. In the case of Jiva, Jiva performing activities. Experiencing the sense objects and performing activities. Our eating is simultaneously experiencing sense object and also doing some activity. Eating also is some activity. So that was one story. So Puranjana is one story. Puranjani one story. And the snake fighting with the Gandharva soldiers is one story. And the third story. Kalasya duhita kaschit trilokim varamichati partyanti na barishman pratyanandata kaschana.
My dear King Prachina Bharisat, at this time the daughter of formidable Tang was seeking her husband throughout the three worlds. Although no one agreed to accept her, she came.
Here, Kalasya duhita, O king, wandering through the three worlds, the daughter of time, desired a husband, but no one wanted her. Jara, the daughter of time is Jara, old age. She is traveling all over the universe, but no one wanted her. Because, kindly note this, no one wanted her means all over the universe, no one, generally others, we don't become old. The Devatas, Asuras, all those people do not become old. They remain youthful.
Even Asuras?
Asuras also. They don't grow old. Everyone remains youthful because even after the parents want to have children, they come together. After that, in a Muhurta, the children are born. In another Muhurta, they become youthful. And they remain youthful for the rest of their life. When their lifespan is over, they fall down from that place with the self-same body. They don't leave behind a grass body, for the Devatas especially.
They fall down to the earth, no?
They fall down to earth.
How can they fall in the same way?
Bhagavad Gita yaad karo, chapter 8, text number 3.
They enter through the rains and crop.
Yeah, who enters into the rain?
Devatas.
When the Devatas are falling down from Sargaloka or Pitraloka, they are falling down. On the way in Borloka, there are Rakshasas and Bhuta Preta Pishachas. They will eat the grass body of the Jiva who is falling down from Sarga.
So they don't leave the grass body.
They don't leave the grass body behind, na? That they fall down from the grass body only. But the Asuras, not Asuras, Rakshasas and Bhuta Preta Pishachas, they eat away the grass body. So with the subtle body, they take shelter of the clouds. Then they come down to Bharata Varsha in the form of rain. They enter into the seeds. Then the seeds will be eaten by animals or humans. Then they enter into the womb of a mother. Then they take birth. It happens like that.
They don't know old age disease.
In other places, disease might be there, but they don't have old age.
Other places, the higher patriarchy system?
In all over the Bhumandala, all over the universe, except Bharata Varsha. Except Bharata Varsha, remaining all places, they don't have old age. That's why no one accepts old age. Only the people on the Bharata Varsha accept old age. That will come in the later part of the chapter. We will see that. But no one wanted her. So Prabhupada writes, interesting. In due course of time, when the body becomes old and particularly invalid, it is subject to jara, the sufferings of old age. There are four basic kinds of suffering: Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. No scientist or philosopher has ever been able to make a solution to these four miserable conditions. The invalidity of old age, known as Jara, is figuratively explained here as the daughter of time. No one likes her, but she is very much anxious to accept anyone as her husband. No one likes to become old and invalid, but this is inevitable for everyone. The entrance of old age is described through a story. No one wanted her. This is the third story. Eventually, this story also will be connected to the first two stories. दुर्भाग्येनात्मनो लोके विश्रुता दुर्भगेति सा या तुष्टा राजर्षयेतु वृता वृतादात् पूर्वे वरम्.
The daughter of time, Jara, was very unfortunate. Consequently, she was known as Durbhaga, ill-fated. However, she was once pleased with the great king, and because the king accepted her, she granted him a great benediction.
Because she brought misfortune, she was known as misfortune. Because old age brings misfortune to anyone, she is called as Durbhaga, misfortune. But in the history, there is one place, one willingly accepted it. Accepted by the saintly King Puru and pleased with him, she gave him a benediction. No one accepted her, but only one person accepted her. That was Puru. Since she was accepted by the son of Yayati, who was known as Puru, she gave him a boon. That Yayati was cursed by Daksha because Yayati had two wives, Devayani and Sharmishta. Devayani was the daughter of Shukracharya. Sharmishta was the daughter of one Asura, who was the disciple of Shukracharya. Purusha Parva or something like that, as I remember. So, at the time of Devayani's marriage, Shukracharya told that don't get married to Sharmishta. But Sharmishta will come as a maid servant of Devayani to your palace. But eventually he married Sharmishta. He begot two children through Devayani and three children through Sharmishta. 5 children. So when Devayani came to know that the king married Sharmishta and also begot children, she became very angry. She went to her father's place. And in order to bring her back, he also went to father's place, Shukracharya's home. Shukracharya, without considering what will happen in the future, he cursed him to become old. You wanted another wife other than my wife? May you become old. How will you enjoy? I will see. Something like that. But Yayati said that no, please don't curse me like that. I myself in trouble and your daughter also will be in trouble. Then Shukracharya said, I cannot cancel the curse, but you can exchange your old age with somebody else. So Yayati asked his eldest son, the elder son of the Devayani, Yadu. Yadu told that, my dear sir, if I become old, it will take so much time. I don't know how many years you will be continuing to stay in youth. So the Lord's appearance will be delayed. I don't want to delay Lord's appearance. So I don't want to spend time in other small things. I want to practice Bhakti and I want to prepare for Lord Krishna's appearance in my dynasty very soon. He said no. And other three sons also said no. But Puru accepted. My dear father, whatever you say, I'll follow. So he accepted the old age and Yati accepted the youth and he lived happily with his wives for 1000 years. Afterwards, he exchanged the old age. He accepted back his old age and gave youth to his son Puru. That time, he blessed the Puru. Generally, the eldest son becomes the king, next king. Yadu is supposed to be the next king. But Yadu said that neither Yadu nor any descendants in the line of Yadu will become the monarch of the Bhumandala hereafter. They may be a small subordinate kings, but they can never ever become monarch. The monarch only will become from the lineage of Puru. So Puru became the monarch, and in that Puru lineage came Kuru. In that lineage only came Bharat Maharaj, Bharata, King Bharata, not Bharat Maharaj, and then Shantanu, Bhishma, Pandu, Dhritarashtra, Pandavas, Parikshit Maharaj, Abhimanyu, and all, they all came in the line of Puru. So that time, Puru willingly accepted the old age from his father. The old age became very happy. The Jara became very happy with Puru. So it is said that Jara blessed him. That means the Yayati blessed him. That is as good as the Jara's blessing. So in that way. That is the meaning when it is said in this verse that old age gave him a benediction, means his father Yayati blessed him with the rulership all over the Bhumandala. That was the story about this. Kadachit Atmana sa Brahma Lokam Mahim Gatim. Kadachit Atmana sa Brahma. Kadachit Atamana sa Brahma Lokan Mahim Gatam. Vauvre Bruhadvratam Mam tu Janati Kamamohita.
When I once came to this earth from Brahmaloka, the highest planetary system, the daughter of time, wandering over the universe, met me. Knowing me to be an avowed brahmachari, she became lusty and proposed that I accept her.
So after Yayati, after Puru, no one accepted her. So she was searching for someone who can accept her. So at one point of time, bewildered by lust, knowing that I was a brahmachari, she proposed on her own to me when I come to the earth from Brahmaloka. As I descended from Brahmaloka to Bhuloka, then she approached me saying that I want to marry you. Understanding that I was not married yet, I was alone, so she wanted to marry me. Because here you understand. So marrying someone means she wants them to become old. But Narada is a brahmachari. He will never become old. He will remain youth. His lifespan is like that of Brahma. 100 full years of Brahma he lives. But during the entire lifespan, he will never become old. And to that person, she came and asked. She thought Narada was an earthling. Even though she know that, except Bharatavarsha, all other places, anyway, they don't want her. But when Narada is moving on the surface of the earth, she thought that he is also one of the human beings. That's why she approached Narada, asking for marriage. She did not at all reject him, even though he was a lifelong celibate or sannyasi, having great powers. Thinking that he is also one of the human beings, she approached her. Even though he is a lifelong celibate, even though he is a sannyasi, even though he has great powers, still she approached her. I want to marry you. Please marry me. Like that. Then what did Narada Muni do? Narada Muni. So of course, before that, so Prabhupada writes interesting points in this purports. The great sage Narada Muni was an Ashtika Brahmachari. That is, he never had sex life. He was consequently an evergreen youth. Old age Jara could not attack him. The invalidity of old age can overcome an ordinary man. But Narada Muni was different. Taking Narada Muni to be an ordinary man, the daughter of time confronted him with her lusty desire. It requires great strength to restrain a woman's attraction. It is difficult for old men, and what to speak of young. Those who live as brahmachari must follow in the footsteps of the great sage Narada Muni, who never accepted the proposal of Jara. Those who are too much sexually addicted become victims of Jara, old age, and very soon their lifespan is shortened. Without utilizing the human form of life for Krishna consciousness, the victims of Jara die very soon in this world. Mai samrabhya vipulam adachapam sudussaham statum arhasi naikatra madhyancha vimuko mune.
The great sage Narada continued, when I refused to accept her request, She became very angry at me and cursed me severely. Because I refused her request, she said that I would not be able to stay in one place for a long time.
Now, when Nardamuni said that I cannot marry you, she became angry with Nardamuni. Angry with me, she uttered a great intolerable curse, saying that, O sage, you cannot stay in one place. Na ekatra statum arahasi. Since you have refused my request, Madhyancha Vimuka. Because you refused my request, I curse you that you will not stay at one place. Even the same was the curse of Daksha also. Jara also cursed the same thing. But Nardamuni took it as a blessing in disguise. That is his greatness. Angry with me for refusing, she cursed me. Actually, because I do not have any prarabdha karmas in my body, and thus I am devoid of the six afflictions of lamentation, illusion, old age, death, hunger, and thirst. Thus she cannot affect me. Nardamuni is beyond six afflictions: Shoka, Moha, Jara, Mrityu, and Chut and Trut. Hunger and thirst. These are the six afflictions will afflict us always. Since Nardamuni's body is not material body, his body is not affected by all these things. That's why Jara cannot do anything with Narada. Even though she cursed, that curse will not take place on Nardamuni. That is understanding. By refusing her request, I am able to travel everywhere to deliver people as a result of her curse, which became a form of mercy. So Nardamuni accepted as great blessing. ततो विहत संकल्प कन्यका व्यसनेश्वरम मयोपदिष्टमासाद्य वव्रे नाम्ना भयं पतिम्.
After she was thus disappointed by me, with my permission, she approached the king of the Yavana, whose name was Bhaya or Fear, and she accepted him as her husband.
Having been thwarted in her determination, the daughter of time, Kalakanya, Kanyaka, Jara or Kalakanya both are same, as instructed by me, approached the king of Yavanas, named Fear, and chose him as her husband. Even though the Jara cursed Nardamuni that you cannot stay at one place, you should continue to travel. Nardamuni said, okay, no problem. But in order to help you, I'll suggest you that you will not find anyone who can marry you here. Please go to the person known as Bhaya. He is the king of the Yavanas, Yavaneshwara. Only he can accept you as his wife. No one else can accept you as their wife. Please go to Yavaneshwara. We'll see who is that. Narada, showing mercy, instructed Jara that may you go to Fear personified, Yavaneshwara, with the ruler of the Yavanas, and accept him as your husband. So indirectly, what Nardamuni is saying is that is what the directly is telling to Jara, go to him and marry him. The meaning is people's fear should be weakened by the influence of old age. Right. Here, who is saying this? Nardamuni. Nardamuni's curse is not a curse. It is not a punishment. It is actually a blessing in one sense. So there is something called fear already. And if fear is joined with old age, people become more fearful. Normal people become more fearful. But Nardamuni thought that when the old age comes to devotees, does the devotees become fearful? The devotees become joyful. Because very soon I'm going to die. Death means I'm going back home back to Godhead. So previously, While practicing sadhana, devotees might be having some fear. What will happen to me? When will I go back to God? Something kind of fear will be there. But when the old age comes, they'll understand. Very soon I am going to die. Whatever fear they had till date, it will be gone away. They become fearless. So, in order to bless the devotees, Narada Muni told Jara, go and marry fear. When you both come together, the devotees become fearless. The common public may become more fearful, but the devotees become fearless. That is what I want. The devotees should become comforted and they should be happily give up their body and go back to Godhead. So with that intention, Narada Muni suggested Jara to go to fear and marry him. So like that. Of course, Prabhupada also explained the same thing. So Prabhupada says, being the most perfect Vaishnava, Sri Narada Muni is always willing to do good to others, even to one who curses him. Although Kalakanya, the daughter of time, was refused by Narada Muni, she was given a shelter. Of course, no one could give her shelter, but a Vaishnava gives shelter somewhere to such an unfortunate girl. When Jara or old age attacks, everyone dwindles and deteriorates. In one stroke, Narada Muni gave shelter to Kalakanya and counterattacked the ordinary karmis. If one accepts the instructions of Narada Muni, the ocean of fear can be very quickly removed by the grace of that great Vaishnava. But for those who take shelter of Narada Muni, who practice bhakti, even though fear attacks them, Jara attacks them, they are not afraid of any of these things. That is a blessing. So Narada Muni further continues. Rushabam yavananam tvam vrune virepsitam patim sankalpastvai bhutanam krita kilanarishyate.
Approaching the king of the Yavanas, Kalakanya addressed him as a great hero, saying, my dear sir, you are the best of the untouchables. I am in love with you and I want you as my husband. I know that no one is baffled if he makes friends with you.
Oh hero, she went to Yavana, the king of the Yavanas, known as Bhaya. Having gone to him, the Jara is saying that, oh hero, I accept you, the best of the Yavanas, as my desired husband. Ipsitam patim. Since the desires of the people not be destroyed by fear. No, since the desires of the people should not be destroyed by fear. Bhutanam sankalpa na kila rishyati tvayi krita. Huh?
Desires of the people should not be destroyed by fear.
Let us see what is the meaning. Whatever it is, I wanted Narada Muni to marry me. Narada Muni said no. I cursed him. But Narada Muni sent me to you, saying that let the devotees, let the people's fear be destroyed in your association. But Narada, according to Narada, people means devotees. But she says that the people should not lose. Since the desires of the people should not be destroyed by fear. So she wanted to do opposite to what Narada Muni said, having approached fear. So Narada Muni said that you go to fear by which people will be freed from fear. But she said that the fear should not make people free from desire. Since the desires of the people should not be destroyed by fear.
They should have desires.
Even in spite they become old, they are going to die also, they should not lose the desire. But devotees lose desire. As soon as the devotees become old, they say, Koi aur ichha nahi, as Prabhupada said. That will happen in the case of devotees. So that is what Nardamuni wanted. But she is telling that this should not happen in anyone. Both of us together will do the needful.
So even still Karni,
Hmm.
they still die or old age.
Please marry me so that they should never be bereft of desires.
Acha.
They should
Even if
continue
they
to
grow
have
old, they
desires.
should still keep on having this desire.
Keep on having the desires. So in that was the intention of
Yeah.
Jar. Fear was the king of the heavens, who represents the mental and physical diseases. The king of the Yavanas is Bhaya, fear. The Yavanas are mental disease and physical disease. When a person becomes fearful, when one is affected by the disease, physical disease or mental disease. There is a second meaning to the last phrase. The vow of the devotees is never destroyed, Rishyati. The devotees take a sankalpa that I want to go back home back to Godhead. Even though whether old age comes, the disease, mental disease come, physical disease come, they will not lose the disease. They will not lose their vow of practicing bhakti, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, following regular principles. These things will not be stopped by either by Jara or by the Yavanas. Whether there is disease or there is old age, they never stop. They continue to do. But she is telling that Rishyati means the vow of the devotees is never destroyed. The devotee Narada made a vow that people's fear should become lessened. So let that not be otherwise. Therefore, become my husband, so I can enjoy you. Bhuta can mean a devotee or the Lord. For it is said, Janasya Krishna Dvimukasya Daivad Adarva Shilasya Sudukutasya Anugrahaya Charanti Nonam Bhutani Bhavyani Janardanasya. In this Bhutani means, in order to benefit the devotees who are going to become devotees in the future, the great souls like you, O Maitreya, travel on the surface of the earth. Please bestow your causeless mercy upon all of us. Something like that. So basically, she's telling that, oh my dear king of Yavanas, please accept me, let us enjoy. By which the people's fear should not weaken their desire. So in that way. Dvav imau anusochanti balav asad avagrahau yalloka shastropanatam na shastropanatam narati natadichyati.
One who does not give charity according to the customs or injunctions of the scriptures, and one who does not accept charity in that way are considered to be in the mood of ignorance. Such persons follow the path of the foolish. Surely they must lament at the end.
Nardamuni continues further. The devotees lament two types of ignorant people who accept the temporary world as the permanent. Here, Nardamuni is telling to Prachina Barhi. So, having told the Kalakanya that please go to fear and marry him, Kalakanya had gone to Yavana, and then she's talking to him, saying that you should marry me, so that the people's desire should not be weakened by fear of old age or something like that. So then further it continues. The devotees lament two types of ignorant people who accept the temporary world as a permanent. What are the two types of people? First category are those who do not give what should be given according to scripture and common understanding. Those who do not give what should be given according to the scripture and common understanding. For example, consider the parents and the teachers, what they are supposed to give to the next generation, the children, students. Not general education, they should give spiritual education. That they don't give. They are called as ignorant people. They themselves are ignorant, what they will give. And second category people, and those who do not accept what should be accepted according to scripture and common understanding. Even though when the parents are giving, the guru is giving, the children and the student will not accept it. Such kind of student also should be lamented. The parents who don't know what, the parents and the teachers who don't know what to give are supposed to be lamented. The children and students, even though the parents and gurus are giving, if they don't accept, when they don't accept, such kind of children also should be considered as ignorant. And devotees lament for these two category of people. They are only interested in the material things. Those who do not give because they don't know. Only those, even those who are given, but they don't receive. Both the category people are lamented by the devotees.
This is said by Narad Muni to Prachana.
Yeah, Narad Muni is speaking to Prachinabari and also Jara is speaking to Bhaya. The devotees lament two types of ignorant people. The ignorant persons does not give things that should be given according to scripture and common understanding, and does not receive things to be received. She's telling that I, an unmarried girl, Jara is telling to Bhaya, I, an unmarried girl, have come suddenly to your house. You, as a householder, should accept me as your wife. Or Narada, being merciful to the people, desired that people's fear should decrease. That should not happen. Or so Narada wanted people's fear should decrease. So when you, if you marry me, they will die. They will become old and they will die. That's why their fear will reduce. Here people means the devotees. Even the devotees become old, become deceased, they don't become fearful. They firmly follow their vow and go back. They become joyous that they are going to God. So in that way. That wish is according to common understanding and scripture. Therefore, accept me. So what Narada told me is that go to fear and accept him as your husband. What Narada told is as per scripture. So the statement of Narada is as per scripture, you should accept me as your wife. She is actually putting a strong condition. Since Narada told and what he told is as per scripture and common understanding, you should marry me. So like that she is imploring the fear personified to marry her. Ato bhajasva mam bhadra bhajantim me tayam kuru etavan purusho dharmo yadartan anukampate.
Kalakanya continued, O gentle one, I am now present before you to serve you. Please accept me and thus show me mercy. It is a gentleman's greatest duty to be compassionate upon a person who is distressed.
Oh good man, therefore accept me, be merciful to me, who worship you, for the dharma of man is showing compassion to the suffering. The dharma of human being is to show compassion to the suffering. Currently, I am suffering due to lack of husband. So may you show compassion upon me by accepting me as your wife. Paursha means accomplished by a man. Even if you show strength, you cannot say, I will not accept old age. Because equipped with Narada's vow, I will destroy you. She is internally thinking. This is said that internally saying this, externally she then spoke with crooked and joking words. So internally she is saying that because Nardamani told me to marry you, he already gave a kind of certainty, assurance that I am supposed to marry you. So by the strength of his words, I can marry you. But still, I imploring you. Like a compassionate person shows compassion upon the surrendered. Now currently I am surrendering unto you. Please marry me. In the previous verse and this verse, she put two conditions. The devotees show pity on the two category of people. Those who don't know what to give, those who don't know what to receive. Do you want to be part of those two people? Or you want to be a righteous person who know what to give, who know what not to give? That's how she is inspiring him. Second thing is, the people in this world are generally compassionate. They show compassion unto the surrendered souls. So currently I am a surrendered soul at your feet. Will you show compassion or not? Showing compassion means accept me as your wife. So like that. So by so many other things, she is putting him in checkmate that he should marry her. That was the condition. So now he responds. The Bhaya responds to Kalakanya. Kala Kanyoditavacho Nishamya Yavaneshwara Chikirshur Devaguhyam Sa Sasmitam Tam Abhashata.
After hearing the statement of Kalakanya, daughter of time, the king of Yavanas began to smile and devise a means for executing his confidential duty on behalf of Providence. He then addressed Kalakanya as follows.
Hmm. Hearing the words uttered by the daughter of time, Kalakanya, the leader of the Yavanas, Yavaneshwara, the Bhaya, fear personified, desiring to enact the secret desire of the Lord, Chikirshur Devaguyam spoke to her, smiling. Just following the will of the providence, he spoke to her. He desired to put the wheel of samsara into motion. This is the secret of the Lord. By smiling, he indicated that he could not refuse her word. It's Lord's desire that in due course of time, people should become old and die. So that is the order of the Lord. So let me accept Jara, and hence things will go in the natural order. At some point of time, even in the Bharata Varsha also, maybe in Satya Yuga or something like that, people would not become old. For the entire life, they were youthful. But as the time progresses from Satya Yuga to Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, people become old faster. In the previous Yuga, they don't become old. For example, they had a lifespan of 1 lakh years. They might become old at the fag end of their age, but for a long time they remain youth. Same thing is applicable in the Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga also. Even Bhishma, who was about 48 years old, sorry, 480 years old when Kurukshetra battle was going on.
480 years.
480 years old. So from our point of view, I mean, in the dramas, in the movies, we see Bhishma having the beard, the white hair, white beard. But he was strongly fighting. He was much more powerful than Arjuna at that point of time. Externally seeing, we may put beard and all, but his physical strength is not at all, nowhere less compared to anybody else. No one could stand in front of him. Even Arjuna had tough time to fight for 10 days. Arjuna could not defeat him, could not kill him. Only when he put down the weapon, then only he could kill Bhishma. So that was the power even at the age of 480. So, but in the other ages, the old age comes, but not with full force, but not much early. But in Kali Yuga, 60, Krishna, old age already started.
हार्ट अटैक आता है.
हाँ, कभी भी होता है. So in that way. So since that is the order of the Lord, that the time Kalachakra should be put into motion. So he accepted Jara as, I mean, he spoke to her saying that, okay, I will accept you. So in that way. Maya nirupitastubyam patir atma samadina na binandati lokoyam tvam abhadram asammatam.
The king of the Yavanas replied, after much consideration, I have arrived at a husband for you. Actually, as far as everyone is concerned, you are inauspicious and mischievous. Since no one likes you, how can anyone accept you as his wife?
After some thought, I have decided on a husband for you. Now, Yavaneshwara, the fear person is telling that, though you have come to marry me, but I consider more than me, I have someone else in my mind. They will be your proper husband. He is telling. When she approached Nardamuni, marry me, Nardamuni said that I cannot marry you. I suggest you go and marry fear. When she approached fear, and fear is telling that, I think instead of me, you should marry someone else. That is good for you. Who are that someone else? People on the earth do not welcome you, who are inauspicious and unacceptable. I have decided on a husband for you. Huh? For what purpose? Generally, the people on the earth do not welcome you, who are inauspicious and unacceptable. I have decided on a husband to enjoy you. The people of the earth do not want you. So by this thought, so first thing is, he said openly, outwardly, I have decided a person as a husband for you. But within his own mind, he is thinking that the people on Bharatavarsha do not welcome Jara. So he knew about it, he's thinking about it. Now he's going to say something. Who should be a suitable husband for Jara? That he will say in the next verse. Whom Jara can marry so that she can continue to be happy. So Prabhupada actually talks about something in the purport. After much consideration, the king of the Yavanas decided to make the best use of the bad bargain. Kalakanya was a bad bargain, and no one liked her, but everything can be used for the service of the Lord. Thus, the king of the Yavanas tried to utilize her for some purpose. The purpose has already been explained, that is, Kalakanya is as Jara, the invalidity of old age, can be used to arouse a sense of fear in people so that they will prepare for the next life by engaging Krishna consciousness. The people who are ignorant of the purpose of life, whether they are young or old, they are not at all interested in spiritual activities. But some people who are spiritually, who are intelligent enough, when there is old age, then they become immediately fearful that I have spent my whole life in earning wealth here and there doing human things. Now I am becoming old. Let me dedicate my remaining life for spiritual practices. Intelligent people will come to an understanding when they become old. The old age will come. When the old age comes, they become fearful that I have wasted so much time. Now at least let me utilize my old age in the service of the Supreme Lord. The people in general, they are only fearful that time is going, let me enjoy as much as possible. When the old age comes, they are more fearful that I will be bereft of enjoyment. They want to enjoy as much as possible in that old age. They are not worried about spiritual practices. They are only interested in more and more sense gratification. So in that way. So now, whom the fear personified is suggesting as a suitable husband for Jara, that is revealed in the next verse. Tvam avyakta bhungshva lokam karma vinirmiktam yahi me pratnayukta prajanasham pranishyati.
This world is a product of fruitive activities. Therefore, you may imperceptibly attack people in general. Helped by my soldiers, you can kill them without opposition.
Since no one in Bharatavarsha welcome you, no one wants you. Even when old age comes, the people of this world does not want to show off their old. They want to look youthful. Even the air is becoming white, they dye it. Wrinkles are coming, they want to do plastic surgery. Everyone want to hide their old age. No one wants old age. Since they don't welcome you willing and openly, you approach them secretly, invisibly. And my servants will assist you. My servants, the Yavanas, who represent the mental and physical diseases, they will assist you. You, along with them, combine togetherly, enter each and everyone in Bharata Varsha. In that way. With invisible movement, enjoy this world made of karma. Bhungshva lokam karma vinirmitam. Enjoy this Bharata Varsha, which is a karma kshetra. Assisted by my troops, you will destroy the population. Tvam prajanasham praneshyasi. Because that is the will of the providence, that after enjoying the life while youth is there, the old age will come and they will die. That should go on. If they don't become old and if they don't die, that is not the plan of the Lord. Plan of the Lord is that one should go through Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi cycle. That will happen by you and my followers, my soldiers. Both of you go together and do the needful. Disease will come, people become old, and one day they will die. So in that way. Everyone will ask, where has she come from? When the old age comes, people will say that, hey, kaise aa gaya old age? Abhi, itna jaldi? Kahan se aa gaya? Something like that. Your movement is invisible. You don't go in a visible way. Suddenly one day they will realize that they are becoming old. Imperceptibly you enter them. Acting in this way, you will attack the people, and by force, the world will be your husband. I want to suggest you not one person. Every living entity in the Bharata Varsha will be your husband. You are looking for a husband? I'll offer you everyone as your husband. Accept and enjoy. Don't worry about Narada Muni did not accept you and I did not accept you. I'll give you the entire world, in the sense entire Bharata Varsha. Everyone will be your husband. May you enjoy along with my followers. Jara enjoying means making people old. That is the enjoyment for Jara. This is the meaning. If you fear that people will kill you, the fear personified, the Bhaya is speaking to Jara. Because they don't like you, if you openly approach them, they will kill you. If you think like that, since you are, if you fear that people will kill you, since you are so undesirable, you will be assisted by my troops, the mental and physical diseases. Though people does not welcome you, but they don't have other choice than welcoming my troops. My troops cannot be counteracted. The mental disease, physical disease will come without any counteraction. When they enter, you also enter along with them. They will be your bodyguards. With them, be victorious. After enjoying all the people, you will destroy them. Who will have the power to kill you then? When you are protected by my followers, who can kill you? Who will have the power to destroy you? Everyone has to become your subservient, and you will enjoy them as your husbands. So like that, even fear personified is suggesting Jara, who should be her husband. Then Jara says, no, no, but will you not marry me? That is the question of Jara. For which he replies, why are you suggesting me to marry them? I came to you. You should marry me. Because you are Yavaneshwara, the king of the Yavanas. You should marry me. I don't want to marry ordinary people. I want to marry the king. So for which the Yavana responds, Prajvaroyam Prajvaroyam mama brata tvam cha me bagini bhava charami uba. Ubabhyam lokesmin avyakto pima sainika.
The king of the Yamanas continued, here is my brother Prajarva. I now accept you as my sister. I shall employ both of you as well as my dangerous soldiers to act imperceptibly within this world. Here is my brother.
Here is telling that though you are asking me to marry you, but there is one condition, I cannot marry you. But since you are approaching me, I will also marry you. What is the condition? This is my brother Prajvara. Become my sister. I shall move about with you two in this world invisibly with my fearful soldiers. I already have a brother known as Prajvara. I want to accept you as my sister, not as wife. So accepting both of you as my people, let us, the three of us, enjoy this entire world. Let us become victorious over this Bharatavarsha. That's what he says. Why is saying like that? Prajvara means Vishnu Jvara, since it includes the destructive nature of Shiva as well. So in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, we'll hear about Shiva Jvara and Vishnu Jvara, where Lord Krishna was fighting with Banasura. Banasura captured Usha and Anuruddha. Usha was Banasura's daughter, I suppose. Anuruddha was Lord Krishna's grandson who loved Usha. And one of the Usha's friend, she kidnapped Aniruddha from Dwaraka, took him to the kingdom, Maheshmati, I think. They were in Maheshmati or somewhere. So, understanding that his daughter is spending time with a unknown man in the inner chambers for many days. On fine day, he caught them red-handed and he arrested him. And then Narada Muni sent the news to Krishna. And Krishna comes to fight with Banasura. Banasura had 1000 arms. So Banasura had pleased once Lord Shiva, because since he had 1000 arms while Lord Shiva was dancing, he played different instruments with his 1000 arms. Lot of instruments were played all together. So Lord Shiva became more joyous to dance more. He became very happy with what service rendered by Banasura. He said, what benediction you want? So Banasura said, you always protect me and my city. Whenever somebody attacks me, you should come and fight for me. So Banasura, Lord Shiva said, okay, I'll fight for you. So at that point of time, when the fight is going on, Lord Shiva fights with Lord Vishnu. Lord Krishna. Lord Shiva was defeated. Then Lord Shiva's weapon known as Shivajvara came to attack Lord Vishnu. That time Lord Vishnu will release Vishnu Jvara. So Vishnu Jvara will defeat Shivajvara. Then Shivajvara offers prayers unto Lord Krishna and saying that please protect me. And Lord Shiva protects both Shivajvara and Vishnu Jvara. Lord Krishna protects both. At that time, Prabhupada writes in the purport saying that Shiva Jvara means high temperature. Vishnu Jvara means low temperature. Shiva Jvara is fire. Vishnu Jvara is ice. When there is a fight between fire and ice, what will happen? Who will become victorious? Huh?
Depends upon the quantity.
No, both are huge quantity.
Ice will win, obviously.
Ice will diffuse the fire. Even though ice will become water, but the fire will be extinguished. So Shivajvara is more powerful. Prabhupada says that. Sorry, Vishnu Jvara is more powerful. When a person who is about to die, the Shiva Jvara attacks, the body temperature increases. But eventually, when Vishnu Jvara attacks, the bodily temperature suddenly falls to low temperature. That time, the soul cannot remain in the body. Soul leaves the body. That's why it said that when person is, all of us, whenever we are alive, our body is warm. But when the person dies, immediately the body becomes cold. As soon as Vishnu Jwara attacks someone, that person is supposed to die, leave the body. So here it is mentioned here. Prajwara means Vishnu Jwara. Sis, it includes the destructive nature of Lord Shiva as well. So here Prajwara is the combination of both Shiva Jwara as well as Vishnu Jwara. Shiva Jwara suddenly increase the temperature and Vishnu Jwara suddenly decrease the temperature, as a result of which the cumulative effect of Shiva Jwara and Vishnu Jwara, person dies. That will be contained by Prajwara. And there is fear, personified fear is there, and our Jara, Kalakanya is there, and there is Prajwara also. And is fear personified. Bhaya is telling that I have elder brother Prajwara. May you, I don't have any sister. May you become my sister. And three of us will attack the Bharata Varsha. Everyone on the Bharata Varsha. Then she said that I do not, I mean, he said, when he said that I don't have a sister, so you become my sister. Then she says that, but Narada's word should become true. If I become your sister, Narada's words will become true. They should not become true. Please be my husband also. She says that. This will also be true. You are my sister since we were both born in the same family of Adharma. And you will also be my wife. If you remember 4th canto 8th chapter, what did we study? The parents have two children, one daughter, one son. They marry. Brother and sister will marry. And they beget two children, daughter and son. They again marry. They beget two children. So in the Adharma lineage, the brother and sister marry, which is not supposed to be done. It is done in the Adharma. So here he says that you have forgotten, but you should remember that yourself and myself were brother and sister only in the lineage of Adharma. You are my sister since we were both born in the family of Adharma, and you will also be my wife because Narada said so. Fear was born in the Adharma's lineage as the son of quarrel and profanity. Quarrel and profanity gave birth to fear along with death, according to Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 8, text number 2 to 4. So, in the Adharma lineage, those who are coming as quarrel and profanity, who are actually brother and sister, who are born to their parents, they had two children known as Fear and Mrityu. Fear and Mrityu were brother and sister, but they married. They gave birth to Niraya and Yatana. Niraya is hell, Yatana is the pain in the hell. And in addition to fear and death, the here is telling that death had 5 children named Vyadi, Jara, Shoka, Trishna, and Krodha, according to Agni Purana. So death had 5 children according to Agni Purana. Who are they? Vyadi means diseases, which is represented by Yavanas. The Yavanas are representing mental and physical disease. Jara is Kalakanya. Shoka is lamentation. Trishna is desire. Krodha is anger. So in that way. So may you simultaneously be my wife as well as my sister also. I am your brother and also your husband. Thus Narada's words will also be true. If I go near the devotees of the Lord, however, having enjoyed me, exceedingly destroy me. And just as you did not make Narada your husband, do not make the devotee your husband. When you went to Narada Muni with the desire to make him husband, he did not accept. Same way, don't go to any devotees because none of the devotees will welcome you. They neither welcome me nor welcome you. Even when I go, fear person, but they were devotees are never afraid of me because devotees are always blissful. They practice their sadhana, they are ready to come back to God. Even when there is fear of old age, fear of death, they say, thank you very much. I am done with my activities here. I am going back to God. They become more jubilant. Therefore, there is no fun in going to devotees, neither for me nor for you. Never ever go to the devotees. Therefore, I have said, enjoy invisibly the people made up of karma. Let us only approach the people who are only after karma. The people who are after only dharmartha kama, or those who are after sinful activities, or atheists. Only they will be affected by us, not the devotees. Since the devotees are not made of karma, they do not become your husbands. I am your husband among all people, since they all have fear. Thus, Narada's words are made true. So, the devotees never become fearful. So, they will never, they are not at all, they are not at all affected by the old age. You cannot enjoy with them. So, better go to those people who have fear of old age, who don't want to welcome old age. You can enjoy in them. That's how our fear personified indicates that except those people who are following karma, no one welcome you and me. So let us three all along with my followers, the mental diseases, physical diseases, all three of us will go and attack the people who are after karma in the karma bhumi. So eventually one day Prajura will come and kill them. First, both you and me will enter those people and attack them. So by being attacked by both of us and our followers, they will be subjected to deterioration. Then Prajura will come at one point of time and will destroy them completely. So this is how they made the plan that let us go to Bharata Varsha and attack one and all so that you can enjoy with me. Enjoying means when there is old age, people become fearful. That means both are there. Jara, old age is there, the fear is there. That is the meaning of the Jara is enjoying with Bhaya. That's how this chapter ends. So he made a proper plan. So if you go alone, they will not welcome. So, and if you go to devotee, they will not welcome. So you please go with my servants, being followed with them, the mental and physical diseases. So when they enter, you also enter. As a result of that, people in general, they become fearful. And then fear means I will also enter. Then you enjoy me as husband. And then eventually one day my elder brother Prajora will come. He will bring death to them. This is the full plan. And with this plan, they come to attack everyone in the Bharata Varsha. In the next chapter, it will be described that how did they attack Puranjana, the city of 9 gates. In the Bharata Varsha, there is a special town. That town is called the city of Puranjana. City had 9 gates. And how did they attack? Eventually, how that person became old and fearful, invalid, and one day Prajvara will come and kill him. That will be explained in the next chapter that we will discuss next week. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Any questions, Durgadas Prabhu?
No.
Mataji?
No, Prabhuji, no, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay. Then we'll stop here. This chapter has completed. Next week we'll continue with the 28th chapter. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakti ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.